Today we're taking a look at this Hypertough 89-piece household tool set. It sells in Walmart for $30. So just to put things into perspective, here's a nice set of Lyman pliers, channel lock, made in USA. This costs 35 bucks. And here, the Chinese have made us a whole tool set for 30 bucks. Well, let's see what's in it. So it comes with a bag that's already good, because even the cheapest small bag like this is gonna cost you 7 or 8 bucks. So we got pockets on this side, we have pockets on the ends, both sides, and we also have pockets on the back. You open it, here's the set of tools in the cardboard box. I already opened it previously. On the inside of the bag, we only have elastic straps, so there's no pockets on the inside. And the bag itself has these rigid plasticky inserts on the walls, which is good actually, so it doesn't flop over when you load it with tools. It's going to stay up more or less upright, and the walls are going to be more or less vertical. So that's actually pretty good. So as far as the bag goes, I'm pretty happy with that. As far as the tools go, well, we have 2 small plastic spring clamps. I suppose this could be useful for some small jobs. We have tape measure, 12 feet in both inches and centimeters. So let's measure the bag. The bag, it's about 12 inches long. It's about 7 inches wide, and we are about, yeah, kind of hard to see here, but we are about 7 inches tall. So tape measure, yeah, it's nothing fancy, about 12-foot tape measure. It's pretty good thing to have around the house. Next, we got a set of wall anchors and household screws. Of course, I don't know how you're gonna drill the holes to use these wall anchors without a drill, but if you do manage to get a drill and drill some holes, then you can use these wall anchors to hang your pictures. Next up, we have a bit driver. Has some hard rubber coating and hard plastic on this side. It's got a triangular profile. Not my favorite, but some people might like it. Overall, not too bad. Let's see. And we should have some bits to go along with this. So yeah, here. We have an assortment of bits to go with a bit driver. Bit driver is magnetic, so holds the bit pretty well. As far as the bits, we have slotted 1/8 to 9/32. We have hex 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Then we have Phillips 1, 2, 3, square 1, 2, 3, and Torx T10 to T20, and an adapter for 1/4 inch sockets. So it would have been nice to have T25. That's a pretty common size, but you can always buy some cheap bits later. Overall, pretty good selection. Has, I would say, most of your most necessary bits for general household use. Next up, we have some small hex keys. These are in inches, and these, I'm guessing, are metric. So yeah, metric up to 6 millimeters, inches up to 1/4 of an inch. So again, for small jobs, these are nice to have, especially these tiny ones can come in handy. Next up, we have precision screwdrivers. So you got two slotted and 2 Phillips. Overall, not bad. They got markings on the side and a spinny top, so these are actually pretty good. And these will be useful if you need to take apart some small electronics. These are nice to have. Next up, we have the ubiquitous slip joint pliers. Yeah, the quality, fit and finish, of course, not to write home about, but hey, it is a pre-made toolkit, and you can't have that without a set of slip joint pliers. So let's measure these. So these are 6 inches long. Next up, we have some long nose pliers, about 6.5 inches long. The tools have a light coating of oil around them, so that's to help keep it from rusting. It's pretty good. Open smoothly, but the question is, do they cut anything? So here's a piece of stranded 16 gauge wire. Does it cut? Yeah, kinda, sorta. Yeah, it cuts. Now here's a piece of solid copper wire, 14 gauge, I believe. And that is a no-go. I'd say chewing the wire is more like what this plier is doing as opposed to cutting. So yeah, kind of a bummer in that, but for the low price, that's not surprising. And here we have a set of small diagonal cutters, spring-loaded. These are about your typical 4.5 inches in size. So well, let's see if they cut. Stranded wire. Yeah, pretty good. Solid copper wire. Well, it shoots pretty fast, but it cuts. And let's see some stainless steel wire. Kind of tough with these little ones, but let's see. Yeah, it cuts. Okay, so for their size, these are not too bad. And we got a plastic level, magnetic on one side. Always good to have around the house. We have a putty knife, which is not very commonly found in pre-built household tool sets, but it's actually good to have. I suppose after you make all those holes for your wall anchors, you can patch up the holes with the putty knife. But also good for scraping all kinds of stuff. So this is nice. And of course we have a adjustable wrench, 6 inch. Yeah, wobbly, no surprises there. And the jaws don't really align at all. So the quality of this wrench is highly questionable. Let's see here. So let's say we have your hex nut. Grab it, go to pull it off, and it's stuck. It's stuck because the tips have a kind of an uneven surface sticking out. So what you really want is a small little file to grind down the jaws, the tips of the jaws, to make them flat. But unfortunately, that's not included. But maybe that's just my version of kit, and the one that you buy will be better. But not surprising, given the price. And of course, lastly, we have your standard, typical, cheap 8-ounce hammer, metal, hollow metal handle, hard rubber grip. But I mean, for its size, it feels like a potent little hammer. It feels kind of front heavy. This would be useful for some smaller jobs. So I would say the only thing really missing from here is a utility knife, but not to worry because Walmart also sells this cheap, well, rather I should say inexpensive, very lightweight aluminum body utility knife with a blade included for less than $2. It's like $1.80 or something like that. So let's say you add that to the price, and for the total cost of $32, you have yourself a toolkit. For what? Well, what can you do with it? Well, if you're a homeowner and you're looking to do some repairs around the house, I would say this is not the right toolkit for you. You're better off just buying bigger tools, better quality tools, more capable tools, and you need more tools. But let's say you live in an apartment and you're on a tight budget, you don't have a lot of money to spend on tools, and you don't really need that many tools. Well, this could work for you because really all you need is just some tools to put things together or take things apart. So for small little jobs in an apartment setting, this could work. So thanks for watching. Peace out.